and then they started me on chemo. There were some side effects to it, not pleasant side effects at all. And then a couple times I forgot to take my anti-nausea prior to taking my chemo, and I was so sick, and it just doesn't go away. You're just sick all day long. I want to say for a good year, they had me on anti-seizure meds. And anti-seizure meds silence your brain. So if you have a very active brain, it makes you feel very, very sad. They had me on like steroids too. And the steroids just kind of like make you blow up because you just want to eat everything in sight. They call steroids like the devil's Tic Tacs because you just want to eat everything. And that's exactly what I was doing because you can't control your appetite. It's so, and I think they were like titrating my dose down, but it was for the swelling in my brain because I had what was called encephalopathy. So it's swelling of your brain tissue. So they have to keep that swelling down to prevent any pressure from occurring inside of your skull. They got me off the steroids, but they left me on what was called Keppra. And I think they had me on a pretty high dose of the Keppra, which is the anti-seizure medication. And I had to take that twice a day. But it really started making me feel horrible to the point where I was considering taking my own life. And I knew that wasn't me. I was like, this isn't my personality. I'm a happy person. I'm a bubbly person. I'm always known as the girl that's always smiling. And people always saying to me, how are you smiling all the time? Like everything that you've been through, why are you always smiling? How do you do it? If you could bottle that up. And I'm like, I don't know. And that's when I realized I was like, I have two options, have another seizure or end your life. And I was like, I'd rather have a seizure. So I just remember sitting on the side of my bed, just like contemplating how to take my own life. And I was like, well, I don't want to make a mess. I don't want my parents to find me. How do I go about doing this in the neatest way possible? And I was like, maybe I could just like take all my pills. So I think I'm just going to take all of my drugs that I have in the house right now. Like I had my sleeping pills and things like that. Then I just kind of like came to and I was like, what are you doing? You're not doing this. Stop. It's the drugs. So I ended up doing my research and I found that Keppra does silence the brain and it can cause severe depression. It can also cause Keppra rage. I remember moments of my life where I wasn't just really, really depressed and wanted to take my life, but I just remember wanting to punch holes in every single wall. I remember being in my shower one night and all I wanted to do was just punch holes all over my shower for some reason. I was so angry. I just knew that that's not who I am. So once I did my research and I discovered that it was the anti-seizure meds that were making me feel like this, I just stopped taking them cold turkey. And I told my neurologist and he got really, really upset with me. He's like, oh, protocol, standard protocol, you have to be on these medications for at least 2 years. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna be around in 2 more years if you keep me on these pills. So he was like, all right, let's try another medication. Side effects weren't as severe, he said. I said, all right, let's give it a shot. It's called Topamax. I started taking the Topamax. I was feeling good. I lost 10 pounds on it because it actually aids in as a weight loss type of medication, which was good because I had gained so much weight from the steroids. The Keppra, 6 months in, started giving me those same suicidal ideations. So I was like, those thoughts are creeping back in again. I know it's coming from the Topamax. Did some research. Sure enough, it can give you the same side effects as Keppra. So I stopped myself cold turkey on them too. I didn't even tell my neurologist about it. And at that point, he was like so fed up with me. And I was like, it's okay. I'm not sorry because I'm not gonna be around if you keep me on this shit. I haven't taken an anti-seizure medication since then. And as of now, I don't plan on ever taking them ever again.